Hi there everyone, this is Chris with Peace of Mind, and I'm here today to bring you the third part of making my bead journal. Last time we did the cover, and this time I'm going to show you what I've worked on since then. And the way that I've closed this for now is with just a piece of tulle. I've got a clip for it also, which can be used. Probably I'll include both with the journal. Is what I'll do. So here we have the front that we worked on the last time, and I added some dangles after I sewed it together. Then I added some dangles and I put on a bee. Sometimes I let these charms kind of hang free, but they kind of go all over the place. So what I did this time is I put a little bit of that gummy poster stuff that comes right off. Actually, I've got really too much on here. Let's put it. You just need a little bit of it. And what that does is it adheres it to the front so that it doesn't flop all over the place. It still looks nice, but it doesn't flop all over the place. So I'll probably leave that on there when I sell this journal. And if whoever gets it can take that off if they don't want it on there. So I got the front down, and we have this tag that fits in the top pocket. You could put anything in there you want. It has space for journaling on the back. I just called this a journal. It could be used for really basically anything, any kind of regular journal. Could be used for a beekeeper's journal, gardening journal. Lots of uses, whatever you want to do with it. And I also put these corners on here. These are metal. Actually, these came, they were called photo corners, so you could use them. They're not as heavy duty as some of those Tim Holtz corners that I've used in the past, but they did the job for this journal. Just add a little stability to the front here. Okay, open it up. I made two pockets, one on the front and one on the back. And I showed you how I did that in the second part. In this front pocket here, I have a piece of scrap of paper where I made a notepad. Just took some various sizes of scrap paper and stapled them to the top, and then glued over a piece of the bee paper, this bee paper here. When you're making a journal, try to use the same papers throughout, so that's another way to kind of tie it together. And places for notes, maybe some beekeeping notes. Here's a tag that I made. This is the last time I couldn't remember who did this, so I looked it up. It's Louisa Heinzel. It's on her website, and I believe she offered it as a freebie at one point. But I love that little bead with the cute face. Pocket is made just out of a piece of scrap paper, and then I did some staining on it. Here's a good page for just writing on, or you could put something on the edge. I have used some of this ribbon that I had. I could do that. I could just put on and the way I'm cutting it is just kind of raggedy to make the edges a little raggedy. Okay. And what I can do is put on a piece of, oops, I'm going to bring this tool over somewhere else so it doesn't get in the way. Maybe a piece of lace, like that. Just to kind of give the page something on it, even though you would use this page for journaling, that way it has a little bit of something on the page. So let's put that on. I think it should hold with the art glitter glue. I hope you all are doing well. This is the 4th of July weekend. It's Sunday. And you could let this lace peek over the side of the page too if you like. This looks pretty. When you're making a journal, keep in mind everything does not have to be straight and perfect. Some people like it that way. I obviously don't. And it's so much easier just to kind of let your muse take over and not have to have everything super straight. And it actually looks better too. It looks more artistic, I think. Okay, so I put that down. It should dry fairly quickly. Okay, just to kind of then embellish the page. And here I just use a piece of the paper that was on the front cover of a Tim Holtz word book that I had. I actually ran out of sayings that I liked in the book, so I started cutting out the cover. And then this is just a scrap that I had. And this could be journaled on. This could also be journaled on. This would be a good place for maybe a photograph of you in your beekeeping activities or in the garden. Here's a little piece of muslin that I stamped with beehive. Here is a tag that I made with slow stitch. Place for journaling on the back. This, where it came off here, obviously got caught in some kind of paint or ink or something, but that doesn't bother me. Just makes it look kind of more vintage. Here's a piece of scrapbook paper with beehive and a bee. I was gonna glue this down as a pocket, so like a diagonal pocket. Glue on here. I can leave this side open. These can be done on either side of the page. Okay, and then decide what I want to put in here. This kind of cute little booklet. Actually, let me see. I have a piece of paper here. Okay, well, I'll just wait. Actually, I like this better. I'm going to put that in there. What this is just a piece of folded up scrapbook paper that I rounded the corners on. and then it be folded up, put in here, and it's just kind of like a piece of writing paper that you can take out and write on. This is writing space on here. This is someplace where I could put something. Could go on there. And that could be a pocket and a pocket. Why don't I try that? So it already has a pocket in here. So I think I'll leave that side open also, so it's kind of like another pocket. Okay. And this comes out, and that has some writing space on the back. Enjoy the little things. Remember how I talked about you don't always have to put so many items in here that are like related to what the journal's about. In this case being bees. I mean, it has a lot of bee stuff in it, so you don't have to use a lot of other bee stuff. Maybe just stuff that has some things that have the same color. That works on, like, say, for instance, this page. I'm going to shame this down to make sure I get it down there well. Okay, here's another pocket. Can we put in there? How about this little tag? Like that. And then here's the other part of that scrapbook paper with the bee. Actually, I can cut it off here because it's a little bit too, it goes into that corner a little bit too much, so. Okay, and let's put that on. But what that does is it kind of breaks up this paper. This paper's kind of pulls out at you, and this breaks it up a little bit, and it also gives you a pocket. So this is the opening on the pocket, so I'm holding it on that side. For your newbies, that is just my way of holding it there on that edge so that I don't glue on that edge and mess up and glue it shut. These can also be glued anywhere on the page, actually, that you want. They don't have to go down in the corners. They can go at the top, and then whatever you have that you're putting in the tuck spot can just go in there on the top. Okay. See how I'm doing for time. Actually, this is a little, this could be a pocket. Okay. Okay, what I want to do is I want to glue this down, but I don't want to glue it across because then that would take up the room of the pocket. So I'll just glue it underneath here. And glue along here. here. I think I'm just going to put it on kind of on the corner of the page. I just like that. I think I got it off of a digital somewhere. I'm sure, but I can't remember whose it was. It's good writing space. Here I just paper clipped on this pretty tag that I made. Some more writing space. This you could write on too. Here I used one of the stickers that came with that kit that I had. And then I used some ink on it so to kind of maybe dull it down a bit so it wasn't quite so, so white. Okay, busy as a bee, there's another stamp. Another sticker here. Here's a pretty pocket. What I want to put in there, let's see what I've got here. Sometimes you can just use a piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, here's something that I could use. But okay, so here's a few cards that I could put in there to write on. I could ink those if I wanted to, and I think they look fine like that. And some little journaling cards. There's a actually this is a piece of paper that I'd folded over and put in. It has a bee on it, can be written on. This could also be, actually I might like this cut. Kind of like, actually this is fabric that I glued down to the paper, but I kind of like it to look like a little piece of ribbon or washi tape. I think I'll glue it over here, just because, not that there's anything wrong with the name of that song, but it just doesn't kind of go with the journal, so I'll just cover over it. Only you will know. So there's your little decoration for that page. Can add one to here. Here's a belly band. You could put some writing papers in there, tags, whatever. This would be a good one. I could make a tag out of this if I wanted to. I think I'll just use it as either writing paper. Go. Okay, that's good. Let's see. I guess I was gonna glue down just on the. I'm just gonna glue it down onto that paper. I could make a pocket out of it, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just glue it down. Okay. And what this can be used on is to flip it up and to write on it. Lots of nice writing space on that. Okay, and I can make a closure for this. I think I will do that, but I think I'll wait for now so we can get through the book. Use some great writing space on these 3 pages, and I also do need to put some things on here. I might do these tags on here just on the side, just because they're so pretty and they match the colors. I could do I think I will, a frame. I often use these, and what I do is I leave the top open so a person can, they could write in here if they wanted to, or they could slip a photograph in there. So let me do that. Do it down the side, and make sure you don't go all the way to the edge with your glue, because then you can't slip that piece of paper in there easily. I think I'll glue here so it doesn't slip down to the photograph doesn't slip down to the bottom. Okay, so I'm holding it by the part that's not glued. I think I will kind of center this. There we go. Could put something down here, maybe another bee or something. Okay, I'm looking for a place to put oh, here, let me just show you the rest here. And then we'll, I probably need to go to another, because this section will end pretty soon, and I'll just go to do another video, and then put the 2 videos together, because I have more stuff to do on here. Here's another part where I did a frame, and I just slipped a piece of paper in there to write on. You could also slip a photograph in there. Here is another, oh, this is pretty. That might be pretty there. I have a slow stitch. I usually try to put a slow stitch in each one of my in each one of my books, my journals. Okay, so we'll end here, and I'll adhere this, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I have adhered this slow stitch heart onto my page. I used the fabric tack, since this is kind of heavy, and it's also lined in the back, so if it wasn't lined, then I would probably line it with some paper so that we could easily slip things in here without catching on any threads that were on the back. So let's keep going here. Well, I have this picture of the bee that I think I could add there, and I can ink it up. I can use it just on the background, so that whatever I slip in here, at least this will have a background, so that it won't look quite so blank. So I think I'll just take this off with the, take this edge off. Fine edge. Oops. When you're using this ruler, you got to remember to hold it down with your fingers while you tear. Otherwise, it sometimes comes loose. Okay. And ink it up. One thing you can do to kind of make it look older is you can kind of wrinkle it up like that and then just go over very lightly with the ink, just to make it look old and crumpled. Or you can actually fold it and then go along the fold with your ink. This is a good thing to use if you're doing a photograph too. Just don't, on the photograph, don't get too carried away with the ink. On the paper, it looks okay no matter what you do, really. But you don't want to ruin a photograph by like having a line go through someone's face or something like that. So, let's glue this down. See if I can get this glued down fairly straight. Also glue along side too to add a little bit of shadow to it. Okay, this should be dry by now. Yeah, it is. So, see if I want anything else in there. Any other piece of paper maybe? Here's a piece of scrapbook that has the beehive. I'll just put that in there, or I can put that in here. That looks good. Put something on here. I think I'll just put this little saying on here after I ink it a little bit. Just because I don't like that white showing quite as much. So I can ink the edges. A good idea to do on something like this that has writing is to not put very much ink on here. Just like a light coating. Okay, what I'll probably do is maybe do a few more things in here, and then I'll wrap up this video for now, and then afterwards go through it and see what else I think it needs, and then I'll come back and show you that, like a flip through of it, just a very quick flip through. Which I pretty much have done already today, but You might want to see like the very finished product. It's a good journaling card. My next journal will be a gardening journal. Where's my, oh, here it is. It'll be a gardening journal. And I might not show that on camera. I might just wait and show it in a flip through with the bee journal. So that'll work. Go. Found a place for this. I might have to make another pocket if we don't have enough pockets. This might be kind of cool to put it on here. I will. I'll do it as a tuck spot over here. I have a lot of blank pages, and that way you can still write on the page, but it can also be a tuck spot for something. Pretty. Let's make a little card. And you don't have to ink everything either. You can leave some things. Okay, and this can be written on here. I hope you've noticed what scissors I've been using this whole time. I didn't really notice it until about the second video, but I thought that was pretty funny. So I can use as a little tag also somewhere to coordinate. I think I'm going to have to back this somehow because it's really too flimsy. It keeps popping out of there. That's okay. Can do that. That's it in there, just fine. Okay. Okay, so I will be back to show you the finishing of this journal and also when I get my gardening journal finished. Take care. Peace of mind to everyone. Thanks again for subscribing and pressing the like button. That really helps me a lot. And also thanks to those of you that go over to my Etsy shop and even just to look or to purchase something. I appreciate it. Bye now.